Lamb is A24's newest film to drop in theaters. I was really excited to see what this film would bring. A24 always has unique films. I want to thank you guys for watching this review. If you like different movie content, consider subscribing to the channel. Like, comment, let me know what your thoughts of this film are. Now, without further ado, let's get to the review. Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Reviews with Ryan, and today I'm going to be talking about Lamb. This is directed by Valdemar Johansson. This is actually his first film that he's directed. It stars Noomi Rapace, and there's also a husband and brother in this film. They all have Icelandic names, and they're really tough to pronounce. So for the sake of time and just trying to pronounce these names, if you really want to know what their names are, check it out on IMDb, and it has their names listed there. Now, this film is about a couple that does not have a child. You learn that they had a stillbirth, and they have a new lamb that is unique and born on the farm, and they take care of this lamb. Now, this film, I'd like to point out that it doesn't have really any type of score with the film. It's very much unspoken type of word for emotions. In the first 15 minutes of the film, there is no dialogue. There are a lot of points where there's not a lot of dialogue. The movie is very quiet at times, so you definitely have to kind of pay attention to everything going on. They also use a lot of different imagery with the weather, such as snow and rain and fog and cloudiness. It really reflects the characters' personalities. I haven't really heard a lot of people talk about the weather, but that is a really big factor in this film. Also in the film, it never gets dark, which is pretty interesting to me because there's like parts where they're going to sleep and it's not even dark, it's just kind of cloudy out. So I thought that was kind of different that they did that. I'm not sure why the director chose to do that. Also, the film is filmed in Iceland, and it's very beautiful. There's a lot of good scenery. They have grassy lands. They have a river near them. They have mountains surrounding them. It's just absolutely beautiful. Now, as far as the pacing of this movie goes, it's much a slow burn type film. The film is also filmed in Icelandic language, so there are English subtitles. And like I said, it's very interesting that the director chooses to have unspoken language at times, and then also using the weather to show the characters' emotions. I also want to point out that this is marketed as a horror film. It really is not a horror film. I usually do not like to downplay that, but it's really not a horror film. It has a lot of drama in it, a few tiny horror aspects of it, and there really is surrounding the whole film. There is this entity that is surrounding the film, and there isn't, like I said, a lot of music in this film, and because of that, I think maybe at times it kind of brings the tension down a little bit. And when the big reveal is revealed about this lamb, it could be kind of funny for some people. I don't think it's meant to be funny, but I could see where people would be laughing at the lamb. And then when they kind of reveal the lamb and show what this means to this couple, because this lamb is representing happiness for this couple since they cannot have a kid. Now, going into the final scene, when they do the big reveal of this entity, honestly, I was really caught off guard and really surprised on what this entity was. And the way that the film ended, it was very interesting to see how they wrapped up this film. I feel like only A24 would do this kind of wrap up. It's very interesting, and there's a lot of questions that you have at the end of this film. I know I had a couple people in my viewing, and they kind of thought the same, that there was a lot of questions they had. I'm going to give the film a score, a 2.5 out of 5. For me, it's not a rewatchable film. I enjoyed a lot of the aspects and cinematography that they brought to the film, but it's a very slow burn film and not really a film where I feel like it will have multiple watches. I feel like the audience, when they reveal the lamb, they're going to be laughing, and it can be at times a little hard to take serious. So those are my thoughts on this film. Thank you guys for watching this review, and I'll see you guys in my next review.